The Zephyrian hunting vessel. Silent Fang drifted through the asteroid field like a shadow given form. Its bioluminescent hull pulsed with predatory satisfaction as Captain Vexthal studied the readings on his organic display screen. For 3 solar cycles, his pack had been tracking this particular prey, a small human research vessel that had wandered far from the safety of Earth's shipping lanes. Vexthal's mandibles clicked with anticipation. Humans were considered a delicacy among his people, their terror adding a unique flavor to the meat. More importantly, they were supposedly easy prey. The galactic databases classified them as a young species with primitive technology and laughably weak physiology. No claws, no natural armor, no enhanced senses, just soft, pink flesh wrapped around fragile bones. "Prey vessel detected, Alpha," hissed his lieutenant, Creshmore. "Single ship, lightly armed, standard human research configuration." "Excellent," Vexthal purred, his 6 eyes focusing on the distant speck of metal. "Begin the hunt. Drive them toward the nebula where their communications will fail. Then we feast." The Silent Fang accelerated silently, its bio-engines leaving no heat signature. This was how the Zephyrians had dominated 17 sectors of space by being the perfect ambush predators. Their ships were living creatures bred for stealth and violence. Their crews were apex hunters, evolved from the deadliest creatures on their homeworld. But as they closed in on their prey, something unexpected happened. The human vessel suddenly changed course, not fleeing toward the nebula as predicted, but turning to face the asteroid field directly. Vexthal's thermal pits detected a spike in the ship's energy output. "Alpha, they're deploying something," Creshmore reported, confusion evident in his voice. On the display, dozens of small objects, ejected from the human ship, scattering throughout the asteroid field like seeds. Within moments, the objects activated, creating a web of sensor networks and communication relays. "Clever little mammals," Vexthal growled. "They're trying to maintain contact with their fleet, no matter. We'll simply—" The Silent Fang shuddered as something impacted its hull. Then another impact and another. "Report," Vexthal snapped. "Unknown projectiles, Alpha. They're not showing on our biosensors." Through the viewports, Vexthal saw them, chunks of asteroid debris moving with impossible precision, striking his ship from multiple angles. But asteroids didn't move like that. Asteroids didn't coordinate attacks. "The debris field is active," whispered his navigator, Siltek. "The humans have weaponized the entire asteroid field." Another revelation struck Vexthal like a physical blow. This wasn't a research vessel fleeing in terror. This was bait, and he had brought his pack swimming right into the trap. The human ship's communications array crackled to life, broadcasting on all frequencies. "This is Dr. Sarah Chen of the UES Prometheus. Zephyrian hunting pack, you are surrounded and outgunned. Surrender now and we'll consider clemency." Vexthal's blood ran cold. Humans didn't negotiate with their prey. Prey didn't demand surrender from predators. Unless— "Alpha," Creshmore's voice was barely a whisper. "Our bioship is reporting massive trauma. The projectiles, they're not random debris. They're precisely manufactured kinetic penetrators, designed to exploit the weak points in Zephyrian bioarmor." The implications hit Vexthal like a tsunami. The humans hadn't just studied Zephyrian hunting tactics. They had analyzed their biology, their technology, their behavioral patterns. They had turned the hunter's own strengths against them. "How?" he whispered. Dr. Chen's voice answered as if she had heard him. "You've been hunting humans for months, Captain. Did you think we wouldn't notice? Did you think we wouldn't study? You in return?" The asteroid field came alive around them. What Vexthal had mistaken for random rocks revealed themselves as camouflaged human drones, their surfaces perfectly mimicking asteroid composition. The Silent Fang was caught in a 3-dimensional net of coordinated firepower. "Humans are persistence hunters," Dr. Chen continued, her voice carrying an edge that made Vexthal's prey instincts scream danger. "We don't just chase our prey until it's exhausted. We study it, we learn its patterns, we set traps, and we never ever stop until we get what we're hunting." The Silent Fang's biohull began to fail under the coordinated assault. Atmosphere hissed through puncture wounds that the ship's healing factors couldn't close fast enough. You made one critical mistake. Dr. Chen's voice was calm, clinical. You assumed humans were prey because we lack natural weapons. But we don't need claws or fangs, Captain. We make our weapons. We make them better than anything evolution ever designed. Vextal looked at his crew, seeing his own terror reflected in their eyes. They were apex predators, bred for the hunt, and yet they had become the hunted. The humans had turned their own predatory instincts against them, using their aggression as a weapon to lure them into this perfect killing ground. We surrender, Vextal transmitted, his pride crumbling like ash. I know you do, Dr. Chen replied. But surrender was never an option for the families you hunted, was it? The final volley of kinetic penetrators struck with surgical precision, disabling the Silent Fang's engines and life support without destroying the ship entirely. As emergency lighting bathed the bridge in crimson, Vextal realized the horrible truth. The humans weren't just fighting back. They were sending a message to every predator species in the galaxy. Earth's children were no longer prey. They had learned to hunt the hunters. And they were very, very good at it. As human boarding pods attached to his dying ship, Vextal understood that the galaxy's food chain had just been permanently rearranged. Humanity hadn't just joined the ranks of apex predators. They had redefined what it meant to hunt.